I want to kind of play off some of the stuff we were doing last time with the half guard stuff, so we're kind of put those things together. We're going to do some gi butterfly guard. Okay, so right, so he enters anytime he's on his knees. Right, we can get to this spot. Right, so I need to work on how I'm going to get to my entry. Right, I don't necessarily want to just hook. A lot of times we would do that in the past. We just hook our feet, scoot ourselves in. You just gotta watch. You can do that, but if I get my legs long, this is not good. You can control my legs, you can pin them to one side and things like that. Okay, so what I really want to do, especially in a gi, take advantage of all this stuff that I've got to grab. Okay, so as he's addressing me, I might be one up, one down, like my hand posted, right? Or I'm looking for grips, right? I'm looking for a collar grip at his collarbone. Okay, I don't necessarily want to be here. I can pull him down with it. I want to be able to push and pull with it. Okay, not just pull. A lot of times people think when you grab, you can only pull. If I lock this in that space between his chest and his collarbone here, like it's a good barrier to keep him from getting too close to me. All right, but I can also pull myself in. All right. Now, when I get this kind of a grip, right, I'm going to look. I might open up, get my collar. Okay. Then I start to make my move. I can put my foot to his hip. All right, or I can get my hook in. Okay. I have to be somewhat careful because I haven't done anything with his arms yet. So his arms are up to address too, right? So if I just kind of stick my foot in here without connecting to anything, all right, without hooking his leg or even being in this spot, like on his hip, it's easy for him to just smash this down, try to come around. Okay, so I want to get this grip. He's going to address too. So he's like going to try to get a hold of me too, right? So now he's got the hand here. I can pull myself in. Right? And then I'm going to put my foot down and connect on the inside of his thigh. Okay? Come a little bit. Okay? So I'm connecting on the inside of his thigh. Controlling, right? And now I'm going to work to open my elbow towards his chest. Okay? What happens with this is I'm opening a space for my underhook. Okay? Does that make sense? Okay? If I just reach with this, he's got T-Rex arms, I'm never getting that underhook. Okay, there's ways around that and things that we can do, but if ultimately you're going to be best with an underhook on this position. Okay, so I'm here, right? As he addresses, you might get my arm, right? I'm going to open my arm, my elbow, to try to get under his elbow. Here, as I scoot in, I'm turning the corner a little bit. I'm going to stick my head in, get my underhook, so it's deep around his back. Okay, I don't necessarily want one up here. Hook at his hip, okay? Head on this side, okay? Now I've created a massive angle to sweep, okay? I've got a nice lever in here that's attached, holding his hip, my head's in tight, okay? He can't wrap my head with his arm. It's on the wrong side of his head, so your other arm, right? He can't do anything with it. If I were to put my head over here, go over a guillotine, right? I could end up in a spot like that, no good, okay? So I'm holding the hip, head's in tight on the other side. So that same side, if you will. Okay? So tight here. Now the only thing I really need to do is control that arm. He's done. Okay? So I'm going to stay tight here. Right? He's going to start to adjust, like try to keep that away from me, right? I can grab at the elbow, just break it down. Okay? I can grab at the sleeve, close it. That works too. I can wrap it, right? If he posts, catch the elbow where it bends, break it down, okay? I don't want to grab and hit against his elbow because might tweak his elbow. Two, I'm not going to end up with his arm. Does that make sense? I want to break the elbow down so I can get it, all right? So depending if he posts, I can grab like that. I can grab, if he's reaching here towards me, I can grab a sleeve here. I can wrap, hold it to my body, okay? Next, once I do that, I'm going to put my shoulder on the mat, and then I'm going to use these toes. Get my shoulder to the mat, use the toes, and lift. Okay? That's the sweep I want. I don't want to just launch him with my leg, with my hook. Okay? If I launch him with the hook, I'm going to end up with too much space. I want to turn the sweep right into a pass. So I want to be in a control position when we land, not a scramble, if that makes sense. Everybody understand? Okay. So here, open, shoot my underhook, turn my corner, okay? Now that I'm in here, get control of this arm. Here, shoulder to the mat, come up, okay, turn. So I have my underhook, I'm on his head, and I have his arm, and I'm in knee cut position. It's pretty much a done deal, okay? Now, I'll move my underhook a little higher, keep my head in, slide in, so knee to the mat, finish with side control. Does everybody understand what we're doing? So,
One more time.
yeah, I'm gonna do it a couple of times. I'm gonna do it, hold on, I'm just gonna show it without. So, underhook, turn the corner, okay? Break the arm down, pull the sleeve in, shoulder to the mat, bottom foot, okay? I'm not just launching them. Make sense? Okay. Let's do it from here. All right, so this address collar grip. I start to get my foot in on his hip or inside of his leg. Open my elbow. Okay. Now, here. Okay. Notice my feet. Okay. Make it a big angle towards this side. So here, right, I can reach and get the sleeve. Side. Here. If your angle's good, he's going to go down way easier. Okay. If he resists, which happens, right? That's when I use the hook. Okay. So I get to a point where he's posting, I come up on my shoulder, and then I use the hook to finish it. Okay. We want to be efficient with it, so we can move the bigger guys. I don't feel like I'm gonna blow my leg out trying to lift them. Everybody understand? Okay. Let's go to the other side. So, get my grip, make my contact, open my elbow, right? Underhook, turn the corner, okay? Head on the side here, on the same side, okay? Hug his hip, control here. My knee, turn. Okay, so I have a hook on his thigh. I already have my underhook here and my head down, okay? Very hard for him to turn here, right? It's hard for him to move. All I have to do is drive my knee back to pass or shoot through and open, okay? Any questions? Anybody? Nobody? It's a little different in the gi. There's a couple different ways you can do it. No gi, where you got your head on the other side, and I kind of pass my leg through. That's just a different version. I find it a little harder to get the underhook in a gi because you're not sweaty, and there's a lot more friction. Like trying to get your arm in. You almost need to create some angles and use what we have with the grips to make space. It's a little bit easier, okay? Reason I'm showing it like this is because you can kind of mate this up with half guard, and before they stand up, like we can use this, you know, for multiple different sweeps and attacks, okay? Chokes, loop choke setups, arm lock setups. We can take the back from this position. But as they start to stand up, we can put this right in with single leg X and X guard, okay? So this is just, we're focusing on when the opponent's down. But as they start to come up, we're going to transition this position into single leg X or X guard. Okay, we good? All right, get some partners. 1, 2, 3.